Hey pros, Crystal here from Elite Hair Care USA. So my client came in today and said, Crystal, cut it off. So that's exactly what we're gonna do. She's getting ready for her wedding and she had a lot of breakage going on. So stay tuned to see the end result. Now to start off, I went ahead and parted her hair out. She did choose a style where she has what we call feathered bangs with the side and the back nice and short. And then she hasn't had a relaxer. So once we give her a cut, that is when we're going to go ahead and relax her hair. And at this point, she was basically saying she wanted to keep hair over her ear. You can cut the hair off over the ear, or you can allow it to be a longer length over the ear. It's really up to you. Now, just a little disclaimer, you guys, because I've been getting this a lot. My client came in with the idea of how she wants her hair, and I want everybody to understand and respect that. It's not always what the stylist wants, because when we're picking a style, it's not necessarily the client just saying, hey, do something. Clients come in with a choice of their own, and they come in and say what they want. So with that being said, if you don't like the cut, you don't like the style, keep it to yourself and just keep watching. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and do her preliminary cut, which when I'm doing preliminary cuts, I do keep the hair a little bit longer than normal, just so I have a little wiggle room, because clients sometimes change their mind about the length, or they might say, hey, I wanna go a little bit shorter. Hey, I'd like to keep a little hair back there. It's not always in their memory right away how they want their hair done. So I don't like to cut off too much too soon. And this also allows me to have a level of control where as we're going through the style, I can cut a little bit more. It gives me room to play. And when I say play, meaning it gives me room to leave more or even take more. So to start off the relaxer phase, I already knew that she wanted her sides and back tapered down in regards to the nape and right above the ear. So I did use my clippers with a number 3 guard to cut down the nape area up to the occipital bone, and then also over the ear and the sideburns. So that's all we're gonna cut at this very moment. And then we're gonna go ahead and relax her. Now, I want you guys to take note, while I'm using my clippers, I am not allowing them to rub against her scalp, because I am going to be doing a relaxer and I wanna make sure that I don't cause any added irritation. So now that her relaxer has processed, if you guys haven't already noticed, she was previously relaxed. So we did do a retouch relaxer in the crown area where the hair was a lot longer. And then in the sides and the back, I did do full coverage with the relaxer because we are cutting that hair off and we needed everything to lay down together. But we're just going to go ahead and complete the relaxer process, meaning we're going to normalize her, condition her. And then she's also getting a semi-permanent color today because she wanted her hair to have a little bit more luster. If you guys didn't tell at the beginning of the video, it kind of looked very dry, lackluster, kind of like a grayish color. That's just natural color, sunlight kind of thing. So adding a semi-permanent color is actually going to help to boost that shine, number one. It's also going to help to fill in the cuticle. And when I say fill in the cuticle has holes, especially for relaxed hair. That's what makes it high porosity. And utilizing semi-permanent color allows you to somewhat fill those holes and give the hair the appearance that is healthier than it was before. So that's another reason why we went ahead and did a semi-permanent color, to just bring some life to her hair. That's number one. But number two, to kind of also give her the illusion that the hair is a lot healthier than when we first started, because she did have some areas where she had a lot of breakage, that kind of thing. So here we are applying her semi-permanent color. I don't necessarily recommend demi-permanent or permanent colors on relaxed hair unless the benefit outweighs the risk. In her case, We were okay with doing a semi-permanent. She did have a little bit of gray, but it wasn't an overwhelming amount or very resistant because her hair is high porosity. So we were able to just use one of the standard semi-permanent colors. For her hair today, we use Bigen or Bigen, Bigen. I like that color as well for some of my semi-permanent applications. That is also a color that you can find in our Amazon store at crystalsamazonstore.com to utilize if you are not dealing with resistant gray or anything over 50% gray coverage. So that works really, really well. I like the way that it leaves the hair, gives it a nice feel, and it fills in the cuticle nice and easy, but it also gives good coverage as well for those of you that are not dealing with resistant or stubborn gray. Now, once her color processed, I did go through and give her a quick shampoo using the B7 Beyond collection, which was the shampoo and a little bit of condition. Basically, she is still fine textured, so we still wanted that volumizing effect. So we utilized that B7 as her end result. We gave her, when I said one quick shampoo, I literally meant one quick shampoo, a little bit of conditioner to soften and rehydrate the hair, and then we went straight into her cut. So don't forget, you guys, it is okay to do a quick shampoo or a little quick condition after your color service. Preferably Elite Hair Care products work the best. So now as we're doing her cut, I know you guys are noticing that her hair is getting a lot shorter, but this is exactly how she wanted it. She didn't want a lot of hair on the sides and the back. And really with this style, you don't really leave a lot of hair unless that is a part of what the client wants. In her case, she did not want a lot of hair. She also came in with a picture of how she wanted it, and even in the picture was a little bit shorter than how we cut her hair today. So I did preserve just a little bit of her length, But going forward, should she choose to grow it out, she has the ability to. And because of the way we did the cut, it will grow out really, really nicely, where she'll be able to kind of grow it into a bob and then go from there. So now that we've completed the cut, we're going to go ahead and mold her using our Elite Silk Wrap Foam. As I always say, you guys, our Elite Silk Wrap Foam works for almost anyone, whether you be natural or relaxed, just depending on the style. And it's also great for twist outs, short cuts, just long hair molding, short hair molding. You name it, you can use the first tamer, the Elite Silk Wrap Foam to lay that hair down or to define your curls, define your waves, whichever way you like to go. Now she is going to go under the dryer for about 30 to 45 minutes. This time will vary depending on the density of the hair. Some clients might go under the dryer for an hour. In her case, because we're only really focused on drying the sides and the back, and of course drying the top as much or the crown as much as we possibly can, the sides and the back are really the focus, because if they're not dry, then they will not lay down and it will be more complicated because you'll have to put a lot more heat to the hair, which I don't plan on doing. So her hair did go, or she did go under the dryer to thoroughly dry. And then once she dried, went ahead and kind of cleaned up her cut and went into the style, but I'll let you guys see that for yourself. So here is where we are going to start cleaning up her cut. Remember, we did give her a preliminary cut. Once the hair is dry, this is where you go in and do your detailing or your fine tuning, taking off any length in the crown area. I typically wait until the hair is dry to mess with the longer length of hair. The shorter lengths of hair, I really don't have to mess with that very much unless there were some sections that needed to be cut again. But for her crown area, all I did was go through and just kind of trim it. And then, of course, if there was any areas that needed to be layered, I went ahead and took care of that as well. Now, the good thing with this style is the client has the ability to decide whether they want their crown area to be short or long. It works either way with the style. They can even go shorter at a later date, or they can grow it out, or they can add some tracks to make it even longer. You have a lot of flexibility when it comes on to styles like these because it doesn't really limit you to the length of hair that you have. Now, should she choose that she wants to just go into a pixie, we'll also be able to do that as well. The only difference is because we chose to do a style that is directionalized in one side on one side of the head, we will have to blend her a little bit more should she choose to go into an actual pixie cut. But for today, we're going to keep the length that she has right now, and I'll let you guys see the rest of the style unfold. In the meantime, you guys, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to thumbs up this video. And then I always ask you guys to comment at the end of the video and tell me what you guys thought about the finished look. So we are going in with our H2 Pro 7/10 of an inch ceramic iron. This is the Black Diamond collection, which is the Pro collection. Now, for those of you who've never seen the 7/10 of an inch, this one is slightly larger than a 1/2 inch iron, but it's slightly smaller than a 1 inch iron. So this is basically the 1/2 inch version for H2 Pro in their professional collection. And then I also alternated between the 3/10 of an inch for the shorter hair, which you guys can also use for my short hair people. But my favorite or my go-to irons with H2 Pro is the Black Diamond collection. I love these irons. They have been a part of my life for a couple years now. And when it comes onto shortcuts, I rarely pull out Marcel irons, even though I still have them if needed. But I love my H2 Pros. They work for me. They don't really don't make me work harder. They smooth the hair really, really well. And because they have that 3/10 of an inch, I can curl small sections, large sections, whatever. You name it, I can curl it. Now for the longer area, which is the crown area, I use my 1-inch ceramic H2 Pro iron. Now, let me give you guys just a little disclaimer again. The smoke that you're seeing does not mean that the hair is burning. I did still actually apply a little bit of our heat protectant spray to her hair. That is what happens when product comes in contact with an actual heat element. But if you notice, the smoke is dissipating almost right away, and it's not like clogging up the room or fogging up the room. So that should tell you how much product you've used. And you also want to be mindful. Too much wrap foam, too much hair product is going to cause smoke, okay? There's a difference between smoke that dissipates really easily from just having a product that comes in contact with heat, or smoke that stays in a room and becomes an actual cloud. If that smoke stays in the room and becomes a cloud, that means that you have a ton of product on your hair, and more than likely either you applied too much product or you did not rinse that hair thoroughly as you should have. So keep that in mind, you guys. That's just a pro tip for those of you who may be wondering why you're coughing and hacking and carrying on after curling your hair, because you have way too much product on the hair. And I'm one of those people, I'm very simplistic when it comes to styling. I do not like to use a ton of hair product. I do not like to spray the hair between each individual curl. I just feel like it's super unnecessary. And the curls and the style will speak for itself. I use those products just as they should be used, which is finishing products. I'm not using them to make my style or create my style. All of that comes from technique and understanding how to work with certain hair types and how to curl the hair. Another thing I want you guys to take note is I'm giving her a tighter curl in the crown area. The reason for this is because the style she showed me, it did have a lot more body to it, a little more texture. Whereas most of the time, these styles are more cascades, like feathering and long bangs. But when we comb her out, you'll see exactly what I mean, because I wanted to create that illusion of fullness because she is fine in texture. Plus, that's how the picture looked when she brought it to me. Now, to finish her off, I did spray a little bit of our goddess polish. And then I'm just going to use my comb or my rake to comb through her hair and really style this baby up. And you guys will see exactly what I meant by the amount of curl that I left in, because I wanted to keep the body. I wanted to keep that density, and I wanted to build the volume so that she looks nice and voluminous, because her wedding is actually the next day. So if I start her out this way, she will still have a lot of volume the next day, because she's going to pin curl her hair tonight and she'll be ready to go. So here we are, you guys. This is the finished style. She got a lot of volume, a lot of oomph. I think she is wedding ready. That's number one. But I just love styles that allow me to really build that volume, really give them that look, that pow look. And then tomorrow when she's done for her getting ready for her wedding, after she takes out her pin curls, that hair is all ready to go. So you guys do me a favor, comment down below, tell me what you guys thought about the finished style. Also, going forward, her appointments will typically be every 2 to 3 weeks where she'll come in and get a wash and style. Her next appointment will still be a protein treatment using our Elite Repair RX. But the good thing is with this style, she can pin curl the top, put her scarf around the sides and the back, and go to her bed. And she is all good to go. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please don't forget, like I said, comment down below. You're new to my channel, hit that subscribe button. Stay till the end for my newbies so you can get a coupon code that you can utilize to get the percentage off any of our Elite Hair Care products. And I'll see everybody in the next video. Bye-bye.